Long time no see. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't know why I just did this. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyways, oh my god. It's been such a long time I have posted on here, which I am sincerely really sorry for. It's just, man, it's been really hectic. And words cannot even describe just how hectic it's been. It's just been a whole whirlwind of emotion, stress, frustration, you name it. My goal this video is to just kind of catch you guys up on everything and also talk about obviously the title of this video, which I wanted to just have this video be a whole one-on-one kind of thing instead of an actual tips or Q&A thing going on, just me being real with you guys on my writing journey so far and what I would like for it to be and the ups and downs, the pros and cons of it all, etc. See, there I do it again. What is this? I'm gonna jump right in because I do not want this video to be 3 hours long, which I'm afraid it might be because I just have that much to catch you guys up on. The most recent video on my YouTube channel was me sending ARC copies to the ARC readers who were ARC reading Subversion, and ever since then so much has happened, so I'm gonna just catch you guys up on that. So after I distributed ARC copies to all my ARC readers, I got reviews from them, things were looking good, and finally Subversion was published January 4th, and even it's been almost 4 months since my book's been out. Almost 4 months since my book's been out. It still feels like it happened yesterday, just yesterday, you know what I mean? So as you can see up here, that is the copy, and I don't know, man, it just feels it still feels surreal even to this day. I just look at it sometimes, I'm just flabbergasted, you know? But yeah, words can't even still describe my whole, how I felt when it got published. But, yeah, ever since then, life's been up and down lately. Obviously, I have many supporters who supported me when Subversion was published. I got so many excited, DMs from people saying that, oh my god, that they want to read my book, etc., etc. And it just really lifted me up. Obviously, there were people that were not so supportive. I've got thick skin over these past few months, I will say that. I definitely came into this whole publishing thing blind and just kind of dismissing any hate comments, but sometimes they do get to me, and my curiosity gets the best of me, and I check out my reviews online, and I look over at a negative review, and I'm okay, let's look at it, and then my feelings get hurt when I really start to read it. I'm oh. But I know deep down it's just 3 people saying bad stuff about my book in comparison the hundreds that have been saying good things, so I'll take it. And many people have told me that if I have haters, that's when you've come far in life, so I will take it. But yeah, Subversion in summation has been doing really great. Yeah, 4 months of just ups and downs, you know it. And speaking of Subversion, I actually did just finish writing the sequel of Subversion Conversion. I know, I'm pulling that whole Veronica Roth thing going on. Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant. Bam. I just finished writing it about 2-3 weeks ago, I'd say. And it's this whole process is going by so fast. I'm already editing the first round. I'm doing a whole beta reading process thing. It's just so much is going on. It's just so much to take in all at once, and I don't know what to make mind of it. But overall, I'm pretty ecstatic. It's been looking great. Writing Conversion was a whole whirlwind of myriad of emotions, and I'm really excited for people to read it. I have good intentions and, good feelings behind it. I really think people will like it, hopefully. So yeah, that's my update so far. But, that's my life as of now. yeah, as I said before, I'm editing Conversion, beta reading process selection going on. And also I have seen the first cover concept for Conversion, and obviously I'm not revealing it yet until I get the final, like, oh, I want this cover, but it's looking really good. I'll just say that. Like, I love it. I stare at it every single night, like, dead ass. So yeah, I'm really excited, guys. Like, I have so much up my sleeve, so much in store, so much I just want to share with you guys, but I'm just holding myself in. I have to be patient. And I do have like a couple of announcements to make. Not announcements, I'd say just like special things coming up. So I've been, a lot of people have been saying that they haven't been able to get my book because it's like they can't afford it. Some people find it too expensive, yada yada yada. And I'm like, I've been taking all of that into consideration, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just do a price discount. I mean, it's from the bottom of my heart, and I look into the goodness of everyone and want everyone to be happy. So I will do it. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. And I don't know what the price is gonna be reduced to. It won't be like a whole like $3 kind of thing. Who keeps beeping their car? Like, no, we get it. Your car is locked. Anyways, sorry. Okay, so yeah, basically, I don't know what the final price is gonna be, but I do know for sure it's gonna be reduced. That's one thing. Also, I want to do like a fan art competition. I love, first of all, looking at fan art and like just kind of seeing like different people coming together and making art of my book. Like, hello, it's kind of cool. And I just like love looking at it. It's so like fun. So I was thinking to do a fan art competition. I'm gonna host it on both Instagram and TikTok. And people can just DM me their works, and whoever wins gets a prize. I don't know what the prize is gonna be, but it's gonna be spectacular. So yeah, that's another thing. Third thing is, there is no third thing. Yeah, that's it. They're just those two things. And now, I can get to the basis of the video. Now that you're all caught up on my life and everything going on, I would like to kind of talk about in details how my whole publishing journey has been, how I even got published in the first place, and my entire feelings behind it, what I have to offer to you guys, what advice and pros and cons I have to inform you about, all of that. So buckle up, kiddos. Publishing. So if you are a teen author or any kind of author, really, like, it does not matter when you publish your book, but if you're looking to publish your book, the first thing that obviously you need is a finished manuscript. If you don't know, a manuscript is basically like just a draft of your novel or short story, whatever you're writing, and it's basically just that, and you, of course, are looking to publish your book. Okay, publishing itself is a really complicated topic. It branches off into so many different directions where it's innumerable. Like, you can barely keep track of it. But two major ways to publish is to either do traditional publishing or self-publishing. I myself went down the self-publishing route, and it doesn't matter which route you go. It's completely your decision to make. Like, no route is truly better than the other. It's all based on your personal opinions. Like, some people prefer traditional more, some people prefer indie publishing more. It's honestly dependent on you. Like, just be more aware of the pros and cons, and if you want to actually know about the pros and cons more, you can check out the first video on my channel. It talks about the pros and cons of self and traditional publishing. Once you kind of figure out like which route you want to go towards, you have to realize that you can't just publish from there. Like, I've learned this probably the hardest way, but editing is so important when it comes to publishing. Like, you can't just publish. Like, you have to do peer editing, you have to do so many rounds of editing, and I myself have done so many rounds of editing. But I think the biggest mistake I made with my debut novel, I'm just gonna get like really real here, is because I didn't have the best editor, and I didn't have enough beta readers. I did have beta readers, but I only had 2, and I learned, obviously, like, this is my first time publishing, and obviously when I do Conversion, I'm gonna have more beta readers with diverse, mindsets. so I can like do this at a better approach. But editing is so important. I'd say editing is even more important than the actual writing part, because writing your book in terms of editing is easier. Like when you're writing, you're just writing, but when you're editing, it's like you really have to look at it from a critical eye, and that's when you actually have to get serious about it. Editing is important. As much as you might hate it, we all hate it, trust me, but it's really imperative. And I feel like that's like the biggest mistake I made. Like I wish I can go back in time, and I wish I'd have done like a more holistic approach behind editing my novel. And obviously, like, it's not like, you know, horrible grammatical errors, but I have, like, a lot of people have reached out to me and said that, well, the book was good, it would have been better if it was edited more properly. And I looked at it again, I was like, yeah, they're kind of right. But yeah, obviously that's just me being realistic. That's just me saying, like, editing is important, and I've learned from my mistakes. And conversion, I'm gonna make sure it's perfect. In regards to how I specifically published my book, I don't really like, it all flew by so fast where sometimes it's just like, it's hard to like look through every single step along the way and kind of jot down every single aspect and thing that has happened, because it truly flies by so fast. Time is an important thing when it comes to publishing your book, especially when you're a student, especially when you're young, especially when you're like navigating the, you know, unknown waters of publishing at such a young age. Like, it's really a tricky thing to do, and you just really have to play your cards right. You just really have to understand that there's a lot of risks but also a lot of benefits out of this. And as long as you know, are dedicated and you have sort of an idea of what you're doing, then I think you'll be going down the right direction. But I would say publishing my novel was probably even more difficult than writing it, as I've said before. Like, it just, the amount of times I've stayed up late at night, kind of contemplating my life choices. Like, at some point I wanted to give up on publishing it, because I was like, is this really worth it? Like, are people really going to read this? Like, are people actually going to read this? Like, are people going to actually spend the time, they take the time out of their lives buying my novel, reading it front to back, and then having an opinion on it? Like, that is a lot to ask from someone if you think about it. And the fact that people even have bothered to buy a copy of my book, like the thousands of people that bought my book, like the fact that people have done that, that just says a lot in itself. And I didn't see that back then. Back then, I was obviously, you know, going through many ups and downs. I was having a lot of doubts, because it was a dark time, like, publishing. It was a lot of stress on me, but in the end, it worked out. And it's just, the number one thing I'd have to say when it comes to publishing is it's really hard. And I know it's like, okay, yeah, we know, but it really is hard. And there's really no easy way to publish. Like, obviously, self-publishing on Amazon is easy itself, but even just self-publishing on Amazon is not easy. Like, it's not as easy as like clicking publish. Like, you have to go through so many rounds of editing, so many rounds of formatting, etc., cover designing, all of that, you name it. Like, it's a lot. It takes months and months, and takes so much of your time and energy. And what makes it even more stressful is that I was publishing this. I was publishing Subversion when like, you know, in my senior year earlier, and it was just like a lot going on, and college decisions, and I wrote this was like in the brink of my junior year basically, and it was just a lot of stress on me. I had pulled so many all-nighters, I drank so many energy drinks, coffee, you name it. Like, it took a lot of my time and energy. But if there's one thing I'd have to say to you guys, like, whoever you are, like, whether you're a boy, girl, you know, teenager, adult, elderly, child, I don't know, like, whoever you are, do what you want to do and write that damn book. Because, like, don't be afraid of whether or not, you know, if people are gonna buy your book or support you. Like, you're writing because you want to. You're publishing because you just want your book out there. You don't care how many people buy it, who reads it. Like, that is just a bonus in itself. And for us writers, it's like really like it's the most challenging career out there. Not the most, but one of the most challenging careers out there, because it's like a really solitary lifestyle. Like, you don't have coworkers. Like, you have like writer friends, I guess, but you don't have like coworkers actively working beside you, motivating you. It's really solitary, which means it's really easy to lose a grip of yourself and also fall into a deep, vast hole of demotivation. And it's the sad truth, but it's true, you know. That's why it's a sad truth. Like, it's unfortunately true that this is the case for many writers, and it's obviously not, you know, everlasting. Like, this deep, dark, vast hole of demotivation is not gonna last forever. It's definitely easy to fall out of that hole and see the light again and feel motivated again, but you just have to keep on clawing through the hole and finding your way out, knowing that the journey may in itself be really really horrible, challenging, but in the end, that destination is worth it. And in all honesty, there is no destination to begin with. Like, you don't ever reach like your true goal in life. Like, once you reach your goal, you have another goal in mind. Like, for me, for example, my goal 2 years ago was to be published. Now that I am published, I reached that one goal, but now I have another goal in mind, which is to keep on publishing, you know, sell more copies, grow a bigger audience, a more dedicated audience, and be more motivated, be more holistic, you know, not make the same mistakes that I've made in the past. Like you just keep on wanting more and more and more out of yourself, and that is why there is no actual destination to your life. It's just like, obviously destinations along your journey, but your journey never really ends. Like, there is no end point unless when you die, but when you're alive, of course, like, it's never ending. Like, it just keeps on going forward and forward because you just expect so much more out of yourself as you keep on going. So that's honestly like my approach on that. Like, this is as real as I'm gonna get, guys, and this is as real as anyone else is gonna get, because like so many writers fabricate their lives and they just like, you know, spit out like a 200k word manuscript in like a month, which is obviously not the case for like 99% of the writers. But I'm gonna be real with you, it's really hard, it's challenging, and there will be many moments in life where you're just gonna like question it all. And I know a lot of people have asked me, like, how do you write like a 400-page novel in like 2 months like that? And I'm just like telling them, I'm just be honest with them, like, honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I do it. Like, I sometimes get so focused on what I want to do. It's just like my environment just blurs out. Like, all my surroundings, like my whole house could be on fire, and I'd be just so attuned to like this one thing in front of me, like my laptop with like words staring back at me. And like, I just like really get focused, and I don't know how or don't know why. It's just like a weird personality trait I have. But I just have to say, like, it also does not come easily as well. Like, there are obviously moments where I just cannot write. Like, when I first started writing Conversion, I actually started writing it October 2021, but I took a 2-month hiatus because I just could not write. I don't know what happened, but I just was not able to write. And I think it's because I was stressed with college and school in general, and just like coming to terms that like, oh my god, like I'm actually writing now, but I'm just getting like, I felt just so pressured to keep on writing. I just lost my motivation altogether, and I just couldn't write for a good 2 months. And I picked it back up in January, and then I sped wrote until like April. And that's only because like I finally like, you know, got my life together. I was like, okay, like what am I doing? I need to get back on track. I need to write this manuscript because I'm short on time, and I really want to get this book out by the end of 2022. So I really gotta write this. So I'm telling you, like, no one's life is truly perfect. Like, a lot of people feel down at some points, and a lot of people fabricate their life to make it seem, you know, picture perfect, but in reality it's not. And I'm telling you myself, it's not easy for me. There have been many times I've cried over a bad review, but like a lot of people think from the outside that it's just good for me. Like, I don't have feelings, like I'm just putting this book out because, like, you know, I'm asking for bad reviews, which I'm not. Like, no author truly likes bad reviews. Obviously, I like constructive criticism. Like, why else am I doing beta readers and ARC readers? Like, there's a lot of constructive criticism involved in that, but it's just a really tricky road, but it's a road I'd say it's well worth your time and energy. It's just something that you're really gonna have to dedicate yourself to and manage your time properly, which obviously comes within your own determination. If there's one thing you should get out of this video, it's just to keep on going, keep on swimming, just like Dory at once said in Finding Nemo, you know? It's well worth your time, guys. Never give up, and I promise it's gonna be amazing for you. Guys, that's just a little catch up there. That's just like how I, you know, wrote Subversion, published it at 17. Oh my god. Oh my god. And now as an 18-year-old, I'm gonna publish my second book. Thanks for watching this video and for listening to me babble on for however long this video may be, but I truly love each and every one of you guys. You're like one of my biggest supporters out there. My readers, like one of the biggest reasons why I keep on writing. Because it's like, obviously, like you guys are like a part of myself at this point. Like I write for you guys at this point now, so I really do love you guys, honestly. In the next video, I don't know when that's gonna be. I really do want to like keep on going with this whole YouTube channel thing, but I might like do like a, you know, an actual fun video and not make it as emotional and deep as this one. But let's see. Maybe you guys can like comment down below like what if you have any video ideas for me, because I'm completely clueless. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next time. Bye.